Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. This is Industry Manager Future Technologies. It's kind of like a Tycoon futuristic game that's centered around making money in kind of like a space age world. It's kind of cool. I've done the tutorial. I haven't done a new game. I wanted to jump right into it with you guys. I just want to draw attention to the fact that if you read it like line by line, it's Industry Future Technologies Manager. So like, yeah, but it's actually Industry Manager Future Technologies. I don't know. Anyway, its tutorial was long and rather confusing, and I didn't understand much, so hopefully we'll be able to struggle through this together. I'm gonna set up a new game. Map size, medium, number of cities, 3, resource quantity, average, number of AI players, 2, end goal, gold miner, reach a balance of 1 billion. What's competitor do? What's the difference? Outlast your opposition? Yeah, I think that seems like a fair thing. I don't really care about builder or landlord or scientist or any of this bollocks. Competitor seems like a damned good thing to go for. This is basically all of the normal settings apart from the fact that rather than reaching 1 billion, we want to be the ultimate best in the world company. So let's jump into it. Okay, what starting industry do I want to start in? There's a bunch of options that we've got access to at the moment. I'll just run through them. There's software, personal electronics, fashion, food, accessories, biotechnology, and back to software. So there's a bunch of options. I think we're probably going to go for... Let's go for personal electronics. I feel that this is, something that's quite close to my heart, computers, mobile phone. Well, it's not close to my heart. It's close to everybody's fucking heart, I suppose. Let's choose a nice logo. What looks coolest and least shit? Well, there's a lot of options right here. Future Inc. That is a god-awful name. Potato Incorporated is what we are going to be calling ourselves. I guess that looks most like a potato. Kind of looks like not a potato, but also, who really cares? Wow, holy shit, you look like a jerk. You look a little bit like a jerk too. You look alright. You look like you're dead inside. You look alright. You look alright. You look alright. You look alright. You look a bit smug though. And then you're back to being a jerk. I kind of want to go with this guy who looks dead inside. Mr. I'm dead inside. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. I hope this isn't like photographs of like the game dev or whatever. I hope they don't see this. But there we go. That seems good enough. Mr. I'm dead inside. Potato Inc. And we're going to be going into personal electronics. Oh, difficult chain. Oh god, okay. Okay, maybe we won't go for personal electronics then. Maybe we go for like, I don't know, food or some shit, but food sounds fucking boring. What about software? Can we do software? All right, let's do software. It's basically the same as personal electronics, right? Like, come on, it's gotta be. Okay, can I pause? Okay, I want to pause the game and I want to just like have a little bit of a look and see what's going on. Okay, so this is the city. Even though the game is paused, the helicopters are still flying around. I have serious issues with that, but that's fine. A trade center. We are going to need a trade center to trade our products, but we'll get onto that a little bit in the future. So now I think do I own any of this land? I don't think I own any land right now, which is a little bit of a problem. Now, we're going to need land to buy because obviously we're going to want to build a bunch of stuff on that land to produce our products. And we're going to want to sell our products in a trade center, which we are going to have to unfortunately spend a shit ton of money on building in the city. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we can do to get money. We can take out a bank loan in here. Yep, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that. I did a whole fucking tutorial. I don't need you to fucking tell me exactly what I'm gonna do. Anyway, yes, 11% interest. That's not something that I'm really happy about. We can also have a little look at the stock market. Thank you again. I've done the fucking tutorial. I'll explain it. Now we can buy and sell shares in our competitors, and we can also sell and buy shares in ourself. So that's something that we're going to have to bear in mind. And if we want to raise money in a pinch, we can sell off some of our shares for a little bit of wonga wonga cash dosh, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so there is different sectors, and in each different sector, there's a bunch of resources that we can have access to. Fine, great, I get that. There's also a workforce in each sector. So the closer a sector is to the city, the more workers that there are available to that sector. So it's quite a big sector. It's quite fertile, I guess, because it's next to a river. I think being next to a river defines how fertile it actually is. See, our workforce of only 600 up there. That's not really too much. That's a lot of oil in there, I guess. Soil fertility 99%, soil fertility 100%, water levels 88%. I mean, they all look pretty darn similar, and they all cost, I think they all cost 5 million. So I think we'll just go for one that's super, super big. This is actually pretty decent. It's pretty darn big. 1,200. I think honestly we probably just want to go for this one right here because it's kind of close to the city. It's got a shitty workforce though, doesn't it? Whereas this one's got 900 and something. That one's got 1,200, but it's kind of a little bit smaller. It also produces a little bit less oil, which I know is a stupid way to compare the sectors, but... Oh, fuck me. Sector 30. Sector 30. Let's do it. Let's buy this one. I'm in love with it. Do I want to buy it? Sure. Sign me up. We can get some buildings set up. We absolutely will. That's cool. So as you can see, there's kind of a little bit of future tech going on. Even though the trains are... monorail type trains, it looks pretty futuristic, right? Yeah, that's the sort of logic that I'm going by. This is the sector that we own. No, this is the sector that we own. Thank God. Yeah, there's also a couple of planes flying around. Can I turn these fucking clouds off? Jesus Christ, they're getting in my way a little bit. Either way, we're going to still need to build up our trade center because we are eventually going to try and sell whatever the hell we end up producing. God knows what that's going to be. But I guess the center of the city is probably the place to be, right? I mean, I don't get the impression that it actually matters that much, but hey-ho. We are going to be constructing our very own thingamabobber right over there. Now, there are a couple more cities that we might eventually want to try and produce in, or try and sell in, but for now, I'm not really going to be too worried about that. Okay, what the hell are we actually going to try and produce? In fact, I don't want you to keep on popping up. How the hell do I tell you? I just want you to fuck off, okay? Mr. I'm Dead Inside is going to lead this this company to the best goddamn victory in the entire world. So let's think about what buildings we actually want to get, and let's think about what we actually want to produce. Do I have any idea what we want to produce right now? No, not at all. Not at all. Vehicle factory? Cool. No, I mean, we could... Research required biotech factory. Yeah, so we don't have the research that we need. So research is another really integral part of this game that is going to allow us to upgrade our ability to produce a bunch of different stuff and whatever. But you know, hey ho, we're not gonna focus on that right now. So production chain in game. What the fuck does that mean? Advanced research. I presume that we can't get this games. We can't do that either. So at the moment, we can presumably only build a little bit of stuff. Oh, okay. All right. This is interesting. Refinery, crude oil. Okay, so as we can see here, I still don't know what that button does, but I'm clicking it, so I'm just guessing that it does something. Anyway, as you can see, what we can do is we can get a social network and build a social network plugin, which is kind of nice. Also, embedded systems we can build if we wanted to. However, it means we would either have to buy aluminium and plastics to manufacture it ourselves. Alternatively, we can own the whole process. So we could literally start producing oil and then turning it into polymers, and then turn it into plastics, and then get an iron mine, which we already have the research for, and then we could turn that into embedded systems. So we can own the whole chain of production if we really want to, and that's something that I quite like. You know, there's no limit on what we really have to do. Like, we can choose what the heck we want to work in. So that's kind of nice. It's that's very nice. We do not have any resources right now, so that's a little bit of a problem. So first things first, I think it's probably worth us getting a warehouse. We're gonna need one. Hold left shift M and N. I like M and N better. Okay, let's think about this. The best place to stick our warehouse is gonna be right about here, I feel. Okay, so this is a warehouse. This is absolutely something that we need because it's going to be an area where we store literally all of our products. So it's kind of definitely worth definitely worth working on that. Okay, and what do we actually need to build a social network plugin thing? We just require an R&D center, I think. I think it's an R&D center, right? I mean, I'm hovering over it, but it's not telling me exactly what it is. Let's have a look at the... It's not an R&D center. It is a software company center. Okay, so an R&D center is for research, presumably, and a software company building is for actual software research. Okay, works for me. I guess that kind of works. I kind of like this setup. It's kind of trendy, actually. And it automatically paths the roads, which is not... I didn't want that road. I wanted a road that, like, went straight. But whatever. It doesn't particularly matter. Okay, so we started with 30 million. We're already down a lot of money, which is not great. But alas, hey-ho. No big deal. Let's resume the game, and let's start up production. Now, as soon as we get our buildings produced, our trade center is currently being worked on, our warehouse is currently being worked on, and our software company is currently being worked on. As soon as we get all of these resources set up, we can start thinking about employees, and we can start thinking about resources, and we can start thinking about transport, right? So at the moment, the software, social media, plugin, bollocks, we only need people to produce that, right? We do not need any other resources, as you can tell. Here, we do not require anything, we just require one single building. This whole process requires a bunch of different stuff that we'll probably end up building anyway, because we can, I guess. Let's have a look at our trade center, where we are going to sell our social media plugin for some obscure reason. I don't know why we can't just sell it online. I guess that's too much of a crazy idea. You need to stop fucking popping up. I swear to God, I'm gonna get really annoyed at you. Ooh, we can add floors. Sales revenue or 0. Yeah. So this is where we choose our products here, and we sell them at the trade center. Okay, come on, software company. I'm waiting on you getting done. Balance change yesterday, very little money. I mean, I'm presuming that everything requires a little... Jesus Christ, disappear. I'm presuming that everything requires a little bit of upkeep costs, should I say? But I'm not super right about that. Last 6 weeks, I guess this is our value, right? This is a balance change. I guess this is our balance change then? I guess we got shit tons of money when we started things off. Okay, let's pause again and let's go and have a little look. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. This is the software company, and this is where we are going to start manufacturing our social media plugin. So we can get up to 10 workers. I think we're probably going to get 10 workers. I think that's probably a decent idea. It's only going to cost us a little bit of money in comparison to all of the stuff that we've actually already spent money on. And now we can start thinking about setting up production lines. So, embedded systems, we cannot do this. Social media plugin, yes, absolutely, sign me up. Production costs is all of our stuff included, which is worker costs, operating costs, production line costs. So basically just worker costs and operating costs here. So no biggie, and feature costs are nothing. We could do the embedded systems, and again, we could buy in these resources from the market, but I don't think we want to do that. I think we just want to try and take it nice and easy with a social network plugin. Let's create it, and let's see how it goes. So quality, I have no idea how quality actually works. The tutorial was very vague about this. It said I can get up to 60 quality right now, but I don't really understand how that works. I do understand that we can go all the way up to 100 quality, but apparently that's not something that we're able to do quite yet. How many do we want to produce per day? What's the maximum that we can produce? Daily production maximum, I guess, is... Okay, I guess assigning all 10 workers to the production would give us 41.66 units, and that would be every single worker currently occupied with this. That's fine. That works completely fine for me. Yeah, so let's get that done. Now, after that, we're going to have to choose to move the thing that we've just manufactured to the warehouse, so from the software company to the warehouse, and we are going to be moving the social network media plugin, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know what it's called. And we're going to be able to move 100 units for 1.2 euros. Okay? With a quality of 1 for the movement. Perfect. Sounds good to me. After that, we're going to want to head on over here, and we're going to want to choose our warehouse. We're going to want to choose our product, and that's going to be in the stores, which is really, really nice. So we're going to be selling our product for 60 buckaroos. That's obviously not how you say bucks, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. And how much does it cost us to produce? It costs us basically 29 euros plus 1.2 per 100 for the transport. We should be making a profit, right? We should be making a profit. Yeah, we should be making an absolute killing. Well, not an absolute killing, but, you know, a little bit of money. And fingers crossed we're going to see some trucks leave, and it should all be absolutely fine. You are product storage, go fuck yourself, okay? Just go fuck yourself. So this shows us how much we've got in storage right now. So I have literally no idea what this is saying, but hey ho. We're making money. That's all I know, right? We're making money. We're making fucking money. Operating costs, 33 euros per day. That's completely fine, actually. But I'm presuming that we're selling, right? Hey, we sold 41. We've got a couple of units stored. But actually, we're mostly fine. That is super, super, super cool. We're still not in a position where we can actually be happy about our financial situation yet, but we're definitely on the road to victory, that's for sure. Let's get a R&D facility set up so that we can actually start thinking about research. I'm just going to put you perpendicular to the road, because otherwise we're going to be wasting too much space, and I don't really want to do that. So let's get an R&D facility set up right now. And yes, I know that our balance change yesterday is minus 3.5 million over the course of one day. That's a lot of money to lose. I'll be honest. It's a lot of money to lose, but don't really care. We've not sold any more stuff since yesterday. Or is this daily amount sold? Cost per unit, sale price 60. Yeah, I mean, we're making like 30 bucks per unit. That is a killing. That is, whoa, we are wrecking this game. This game is easy. Research facility. Let's start researching something. So let's assume that we want to progress from making the social network media plugin, which is, I keep on saying media. It's not a fucking media plugin. Jesus Christ. Let's assume that we want to, you know, go past that, and we actually want to start making something a little bit more meaningful. Let's say that we want to start making embedded systems, for example. That means that we're going to have to unlock the refinery and also the chemical factory and plastics and rubber. We've already got the mine, we've already got the oil well, so refinery, chemical factory, plastics and rubber. Okay, let's see about doing that, shall we? Product buildings, biotech factory, software company, fashion factory. I guess we could unlock that if we wanted to, right? But we don't really want to. Let's hire as many workers as we possibly can. Or maybe not 48 workers, maybe like 24 workers. Like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go overboard here. Like, that's not too great for me. Personal electronics factory, no. Fashion factory, software company. Oh shit, we can actually upgrade the factory itself. That's very, very cool. No, I don't care about that. I care about resource building. Refinery research. Let's start work on this. That's exactly what we need to do. And also the... where is it? Glass company, metal forge, chemical factory, and then plastics and rubber? Where's plastics and rubber? Ah, here. It's chemical factory and then plastics and rubber. Okay, so that's fine. Research queue, can we queue up that second? And then queue up that third. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, so we've managed to queue up a whole bunch of stuff. We are actually losing money. And the reason that we're losing money, I suspect, is because we're running a research and development factory, you know, research and development company. We could probably actually do with getting another building just to manufacture social media plugins, because demand for your product and units demanded by the market, we're only selling like 43 a day, but there's like there's 83 demand, right? I think that I'm interpreting that correctly. I think so anyway. Is that my competitor over there? Can I like firebomb his factory or something like that? Is that a possibility? I'm gonna assume that I'm right, which is something that I often do, but only very rarely works. And I'm going to try and build another software company manufacturing place. And fingers crossed, we'll be able to double the number of social network media plugins that we're actually going to be able to build. Now, we have sort of splurged all of our cash, which is less than ideal, but, you know, shit happens, I guess. And somehow now we've just lost 30 million. Which, if I had 30 million to begin with, maybe I'd just live a happy little life rather than spending it on software companies. Maybe I'd spend it on software companies, though. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. That YouTube money, folks, you know? There is no YouTube money. Not for me, anyway. For PewDiePie, probably. Oh, God. It's kind of annoying that my ally is just up there. That's very, very annoying. Oh, also, here's another question that I have. So, if we get an oil well down, for example, pour exemple, if we were to put down an oil well, like, say, right here, right? Okay, that's good. The pathing on the road is working very, very well as well, which is nice. Are we able to just sell that oil? I'm going to presume that we can, right? The global market, we can presumably sell stuff. Yeah, we can totally sell stuff. Alternatively, if we wanted to, we could probably just get through life just buying and selling stuff, like buying low, selling high. Like a 3D integrated circuit, if we bought right now and then sold like tomorrow, once the price change is not has gone up, then that might actually be nice for us. But hey ho. Anyway, let's get stuff going to the warehouse. But we're gonna need to set up a production line first. Oil. Let's create that. How many workers do we have working here? How many can I hire at the max? 16. Pew, pew, meow, pew. That's cool. I got an achievement for that. Employer. Let's get oil to be shipped out over here. That's grand. And let's make high quality oil. Right? Sure. High quality oil. Sounds like the way to go. How much are we going to get per day? As much as we possibly can. Maximum daily production? Sure. Sign me up. There we go. All right. So, fingers crossed, we should start to see a lot of oil stored in the warehouse. I don't really know how much oil is gonna... Is that a second warehouse that I've got? No, that's a second software company that I am about to set up with making loads more software network plugins. Yeah, there we go. Salary costs will increase. Sure, hire me 10 workers. And let's see if that actually makes anything of a difference. Now, we are going to need to set up a route. Perfect. That should work. And now, how has this adjusted our selling figures? Still on 42. It might take into account tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. So pretty much doubled to 78. Now, there is still demand for that. So... Now, something that I've learnt through my many years of work, if we increase the price, then that should bring demand down, because the number of people that are willing to buy this product at a higher price should go down, right? Yes, we sell fewer units. There's more units stored. But there's still a lot of demand for the product. So we should be selling stuff, right? Yeah, so 78 was sold. So let's put it up ludicrously high. Let's say like 150 bucks. Now that's ludicrously expensive for what I think is just a glorified USB stick, I'll be honest, but I don't really fucking know what it does, okay? So it could be goddamn anything as far as I'm concerned. Show sale statistics. Net profit over time has plummeted to 0. Sales over time, price over time did also increase. So I guess the demand does not fluctuate. Like, it doesn't give me a good idea of exactly what's going on. What if we reduce the price lower? I still don't understand this whole design mechanic. There we go. Net profit over time is horrifically low right now. but we adjusted the sales figure, the sale price, and so fingers crossed that should fix itself. So demand has actually increased. And let's have a look at this. Net profit over time. Finish researching jeweler. Okay, that's not so good, but that doesn't really matter. So over the course of 7 days, the fact that we actually lowered the price has basically meant that we have increased our profit. Now, that may be the cost. That may be just because we had one really, really great day of having units left over, and I think that that's pretty much what it was. We had units left over, and therefore we were able to sell more in the day. But basically, the maximum number that we can possibly sell in a day is limited by the number that we're producing, and at the moment we're only producing like 41. I think 41, give or take, 42 USB sticks. So we can actually afford to up the price just a little bit because our profits should have fallen. Price over time, I mean, this is very, very silly. If there was a way to dynamically adjust prices so that I was able to just make the most amount of money possible, that would be great. But I guess the default price is not entirely bad. I mean, we ideally don't want any units stored, but at the same time we want to be selling as much as we possibly can. And I guess there's always going to be some sort of a difficulty in getting that price point just right. However, how is oil going? Oil is looking pretty darn good. Should we sell oil? Should we sell all of our oil? Oh, we can put in a repeat order, actually. So cost per unit is 10. So if we want to sell, like, well, how much do we make per, how much oil is transported per day? Your refinery research is complete. Great. That's perfect. How much oil do we make per day? Total production, 158 per day. So we can basically export 158 per day at the moment, right? 158 per day coming in. And we've got a quantity of 3,000. So we can do one-off selling. And then we can just have a repeat order. Okay, so let's get a repeat order for 154 per day. Quantity 154 per day. Okay, repeat order, quality 60. Trade value, shit tons of trade value. That's great. And then also we want to get a one-off order of like 3,000, right? Yeah. Just sell all that. So that should have, like, cleaned us out of order. 3,700. You only sold 19 of 154 crude oil. That's a good point. Since there's literally zero demand, I suppose that's worth bearing in mind that we're not always going to have the ability to sell all of our oil. Which is slightly problematic, actually, because I kind of want to get rid of all of the oil. 3,100. I'll try selling it all at once. Yeah, we sold 20 out of 3,000. I mean, that's fine, actually. So yeah, the daily crude oil, 40. Okay, so you know what? We're selling. At least we're selling a bit. At least that wasn't completely worthless. It should help bring in a little bit of extra money for now. Maybe get us increasing our sales a little bit. We seem to be selling quite a lot of social media network plugins, whatever the fuck they're called. I don't give a shit. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of Industry Manager Future Technologies. That's the one. We're going to be back playing more of this. I'm quite looking forward to seeing exactly what happens and seeing what I can research and seeing what else I can build. We're going to be building a refinery in the next episode, and I hope you'll join me for it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.